I did notice one thing. Oh, there we go. Activate. You can't buy those light and dark side energy packs that we looked at. So it had the dark. You could see I had 450 regular energy on the screen if you saw it a second ago. Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, Nooch Too Good, your Star Wars dad. I leave for the milk. I return with the milk. I get my toy X-Wing and I give you a big smile. Like and subscribe, everybody. You know that when you subscribe to this channel, great things happen in your life. You regrow lost limbs. You recover voices that you've lost. Your heart is immediately healed, and just amazing miracles follow you just by subscribing and liking videos. It's really, truly amazing the stories I've heard from people getting raises at work, getting pies from their neighbors, getting the key to the city from the mayor. The key to the city. If you like and subscribe, you will get the key to the city from your mayor today, if this is something you desire. Previous were all a bunch of lies. Don't listen to them at all. Hey, like and subscribe, everybody. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about, I've gotten this question a lot lately. I just unlocked a Galactic Legend. Now what do I do with my roster? And as we've had the Lightspeed bundles here recently, a lot of us have unlocked Rey or Kylo, who I'm still working on. I just showed you yesterday. I got my Kylo in here. Here he is. Here's Kylo. But yeah, we got Rey, we got Kylo. You finish them off. They're ready to go. Now what do you do with your roster? Now this isn't a simple question. I mean, it is a simple question. What do I do with my roster now? I got a Galactic Legend. What now? It's very simple, very direct. I get it. But the answer is, you know, there's no simple, direct way to give the answer. The answer is going to be a little bit different for each one of you. You know, you're going to take a different path and do different things. So let's cover some of those possible paths and some of the things to think about with the game. Number one, you just unlocked a Galactic Legend. Now what? Well, maybe you want to go and work on the rest of their team that you're going to field as their primary team. If we look at like Galactic, well, you know what? Yeah, we look at Galactic Legend right here. I got 5 Zetas on her. I've got her unlocked. If we look at the rest of the team that I might be fielding with Galactic Legend Rey, it is not ready yet. I've got Jedi Training Rey here, and she is a great fit onto this Galactic Legend Rey team with all of her. She stacks mastery. She does not have the right mods ready yet. She does not have all of her Zetas right now. 40% chance to dispel all debuffs. I don't need the leader one to put her on Rey's team. But she needs some work still. She's got some more steps to go. Another thing to complete this team. Hey, maybe I take Galactic Legend Rey up to Relic 8. Maybe that'd be something I do. I could do it right now, and it might be a thought. And I'll tell you what, boys and girls, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm taking my Rey to Relic 8. Something you might want to look at. Relicking your Galactic Legend even farther. Are they at 5? Take them to 6. You should have every Galactic Legend at Relic 7 minimum. Relic 8 is the next step. Relic 9 is the final step. Really, Relic 9 fits in the most when you have someone with a lot of protection, where you see I'm going to gain 6,000 protection just by going Relic 9 here. A bunch of health, 6,000 health. So, but if you have a protection-driven character like Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Lord Vader, those characters really benefit from Relic 9. But hey, can you go extra Relic level on that character or other characters on their team? But when I continue to look at the team here, as far as who goes with Galactic Legend Rey, I'm looking at Jedi Training Rey. I'm thinking of maybe Holdo a little bit, but I don't have a Zeta on Holdo. Let's look at what her Zeta is right now. When another Resistance ally loses Foresight, she recovers 10% health. While she doesn't have Taunt, all other Resistance allies have 20% critical avoidance. Well, that's kind of nice. Extra critical avoidance. Plus, I have no Omegas on her, a character that I might want to be using here. And granted, Holdo is not really an extra special character in the game, but she is a decent tank for that Galactic Legend Rey team. What else would be on this team? Well, how about your boy, Ben Swallow? Maybe that's something I should be thinking about. Improving grounds. Right now, I'm only at 100 out of 330 shards. So maybe on this account, I should be working on maybe getting extra proving grounds. Let me go to the left side here. So maybe I need to work on extra proving grounds here, invest in the conquest pass so I can get more tokens. Maybe I need to invest in these tokens here as well. But before I do that, I got to think about other things that I'm working on with those tokens. And that for me happens to be, instead of Ben, I'd love to have Ben on my Rey team, but boy, am I working on Commander Ahsoka right now, and I'm getting very, very close. 270 out of 330 shards. She is actually my priority right now. And I say that only to point out, again, what are you going to do after you finish your Galactic Legend? I finished Rey, but I'm still going to stay focused on my Commander Ahsoka. I finished Rey, but I'm still going to stay focused on my Commander Ahsoka. And by the way, if I do happen to finish Commander Ahsoka and I get her Relic, you know where she fits really, really well? On a Rey team. When you look at her unique here, when you really look at this, go up to the high levels here, Ahsoka has 50% damage and critical damage. If there are currently fewer allies than enemies, the bonuses to offense... Okay, let's keep going here. And if another light side unaligned Force user, Galactic Republic, or Scoundrel ally is present, that would be Rey. She's a light side unaligned Force user. She also has plus 50% health and defense and shares all of these bonuses with her light side allies. So imagine your Galactic Legend Rey with plus 50% offense, plus 50% critical damage, plus 50% health, and plus 50% defense. And you've got Kat doing that for me, because I don't have Jedi Master Kenobi yet. Kat also elevates a Padme team significantly, but it's just a real good thought here. And I've been able to, in the past, I actually have videos out there, old videos on the channel, where I put Commander Ahsoka onto a Galactic Legend Rey team, and she did amazing things out there. Imagine combining that with Ben Solo eventually. Anywho, what I'm saying there is, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Just because you finished a Galactic Legend doesn't mean you should distract from the things that you've already been working on. If you're already working on something that's gonna help your roster or make you look better, hey, I always look good, boys and girls. I mean, is there any way, hold on a second, hold on, let's go over to something a little bit bigger here. I mean, really, is there any way to make this look better? I'm just saying, profile, ladies, any of the ladies out there, I don't think it's possible to make... Hi there. Hello there. What are we talking about? Anyway, working on your roster. I've got Kylo up now. I'm just saying, if you're going to unlock a Galactic Legend, you've got to get their team ready. Whatever that team comp is that you'll be using for Kylo, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, it's going to be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Unmasked, General Hux, First Order Stormtrooper, and Sith Trooper. You've got to have these characters ready. You need to work on their Omegas. I need to get more Omegas on Sith Trooper. He doesn't have any of them activated. I need to get this guy ready. I needed a Zeta on him. So, but I still need Zetas on Rey's team as well. So I got to balance those things out. That's what I'll be working on over the next several months, is getting these Galactic Legend teams, that the ones I'll be using with my Galactic Legends, ready to use with them. But what else? What else on your roster? And I'm going to go back to when I finished Leia Organa. So I got Leia Organa. It's been several months now when I unlocked Leia Organa. And if you guys remember, when you do that farm, you're sitting there and you've got CLS done. And I already had Wampa done anyway, because I did Wampa on my roster. And I only needed a couple, you get Rolo, you get Captain Han Solo, you get a bunch of the requirements with Galactic Legend Leia Organa. A bunch of the requirements are there that overlap into Jedi Knight Luke. And all I really had to do to get Jedi Knight Luke was to go get, I think it was just Hermit Yoda. So I started, as soon as I finished Galactic Legend Leia Organa, I started working on my Hermit Yoda to get him up to go get Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. So that for me was really important. It was like, I finished my journey for my Galactic Legend, and lo and behold, the requirements for that Galactic Legend put me right around the corner from another amazing character in the game. So look and see what requirements for the Galactic Legend were that maybe roll into another Galactic Legend farm or a capital ship farm like Executor. You know, when you do Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you're just halfway to the Executor. There's no getting around it or anything else. But then something even more amazing happened. And what occurred was the Phoenix came out in the Shadows of the Empire bundle. And I actually think I had the Phoenix done when that... Did I have them done? I think I had the Phoenix done. So I'm going to back up a little bit. I made it a priority for myself. I don't remember if I had them done or not, but when I got Captain Rex, and I had a bunch of Phoenix on my roster at the time, they were like, well, let's go take a look at my Phoenix. I think this will tell the story, because I think that I bought the bundle. So I had Captain Rex at Relic 7. So I finished Leia Organa. I had Captain Rex sitting there at Relic 7. Not a useful character unless my Phoenix are also useful. So what I did was, as soon as I finished my Leia Organa farm, I took Kanan and Hera and Sabine and Chopper. So I took them to Relic 5. I got them the Zetas. You can see the 3 Zetas there on Kanan, Hera, and Sabine. Those were not there before. That Omicron was not there in Hera Syndulla before. I made that, along with Jedi Knight Luke, those were my 2 top priorities after I finished that farm. And that's what I worked on when I finished Leia Organa. So take a look around your roster. You don't necessarily need to jump to another Galactic Legend, but then again, if you're buying Lightspeed bundles, perhaps there's another Lightspeed bundle that just came out or is right around the corner from you. So you got to maintain a little bit of flexibility as you're moving forward with your roster. So kind of what I'm saying here, there's some the biggest considerations when you're getting your Galactic Legends. And I'll give you one more here at the end. It'll be the one we always talk about. But the biggest considerations for what you do with your roster after you get a Galactic Legend is, one, is my full team ready to use with my Galactic Legend? If I have Jedi Master Luke, do I have Jedi Knight Luke all ready to go? Do I have him at the relic level I want him at? You probably do. Do I have Hermit Yoda? Do I need to add some relic levels to Hermit Yoda? What other Jedi am I going to use with Jedi Knight Luke? Am I going to be using Jedi Knight Revan? Do I have Jedi Knight Revan? Do I need to go get him because he fits really well in that team? Maybe Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is on the horizon for you because he also goes really well with Jedi Master Luke. Perhaps you're going to look at Kyle Katarn or just some other Jedi. What are your next plans to fill out that Galactic Legends team for Rey or Kylo or Leia or whatever? Where are you going to fill out that team? That's your first consideration. Your second consideration is, what were the teams you farmed along with that Galactic Legend that maybe can lead you to a brand new team in the game? Do you have now Captain Rex and you can go and finish your Phoenix now because you've got this great character that really doesn't plug into anywhere unless you work on your Phoenix? Do you have characters almost ready for Jedi Knight Luke? If you farmed Kylo, if you farmed Sith Eternal, do you have you're sitting there, a good portion of the way to your Executor? Maybe that should be your next farm. Look at what's next and the pieces you got from your farm that may lead you to your next farm. And the final thing to consider when you're looking at what to farm next after you farm a Galactic Legend, and ships are important too, by the way. I know I said the Executor, but I haven't really talked about ships. But, think about those ships. The ships fall in the same line. What have I farmed that falls into another ship farm here? And like with Sith Eternal, it's a TIE Bomber. It's 6 stars. Goes right into Executor when it's at 7 stars. And you also get the Bounty Hunter ships and everything from the Finalizer farm. But here's the other thing. You know what I'm going to say? I think some of you know what I'm going to say. Finish your farms. I have. I'm just saying, it's always true. It's always true. Do you have any teams sitting around that aren't quite finished yet or not finished at all? I've seen a lot of CLS teams lately that aren't finished. I've seen a lot of Revans, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan over the years that aren't finished. Right now, I'm looking at on my roster right here. Darth Traya, Darth Nihilus, Scion. Not finished. These are unfinished teams. I've got Savage finished. He's right there. Relic 5, basically finished. So if I went ahead and Relic Darth Traya and Nihilus with Savage and Scion, I would have another full team on my hands. I could put talent on that team too. A great team. That's something I've got to consider. Now, I've got to balance it out and weigh it out with where I'm going with everything else on my roster. But the cool thing is, I've already got Darth Traya's Zetas and Omicron already applied. So a relic here would seem to make a lot of sense. Now, when we think about that, we have to still think about what are our next farms as well when I've got more farms to finish. Well, I've done a lot of farming for Jabba as well, and Jabba is right on the horizon for me. There's Fennec Shand. I've got Greedo farmed. I've got Aura Sting. I have sharded all these characters. I've done my Greedo sharding, my Aura sharding, my Wookiee sharding. I've sharded my Wookiees. Percent anyway. I am ready to go for Jabba as well. So there are a lot of options on my roster. There's one more option here that I'm also ready for, and here they are. And this is for my guild. So do I go for my Inquisitors? Now that I got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and I'm working on him, do I go for my Inquisitors next? Do I go for Jabba next? Do I go and what was the other thing? Oh, do I finish my Traya next? So those are my 3 biggest options for my roster. I think what I'm going to end up doing on this roster is probably finishing up my Traya first. I mean, I have to relic Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so I'm going to hold off on spending anything until I get him relic and get all of his Zetas. I got to get Kylo done. I need to finish off these teams I'm working on. I just talked about doing that. But once I get done, I've got an Inquisitor farm to finish, I've got a Jabba farm to finish, and I've got a Sith farm to finish with Darth Traya. So I have these farms to finish. You have to finish your farms. Look around for those 3 things. So, is your team for your Galactic Legend finished? Did you produce any stuff from the Galactic Legend farm that might make another team if you go finish it off and just go round off that team? Maybe it's real simple. Go to Jedi Knight Luke or the Executor or whatever. And then finally, do you have any farms sitting there that are unfinished that you can push toward and make them finished? And for me right now, this Sith farm probably makes them. Let me look at my Inquisitors. Do I have Zetas on them? I don't think I do. And that's a problem. Like, you need to apply Zetas to your Inquisitors, and I don't have any Zetas available to me. So even if I unlock my Inquisitors, I'm going to have a real hard problem unlocking Grand Inquisitor and then getting Reva at all because I don't have any Zetas for that. So it is very likely to me that my next farm on here is going to be the Sith. Because I've already got the Zetas and the Omicron applied. Yeah, there's a Zeta on Nihilus that I can apply, which is Annihilate's done, so that's good. I don't really need these Zeta. Actually, that's a Zeta I don't need there for inflicting health down, and I don't need his leader Zeta either. So I've got all the pieces I need for my Treya farm. I could just finish it off and have a nice little relic Treya. So for me, when I think about it, I'm going to be farming Commander Ahsoka for my raid team. I'm going to be finishing off my raid team with the Zetas. Once I get that done, I'll be working on the Supreme Leader Kylo with his Zetas. Probably that'll be done before the team. And I'll be doing the relic levels on my Darth Treya team after I get Supreme Leader Kylo's relics done on this roster. And that's where we are today. That's what you need to look at, the factors you take into account when you finish your Galactic Legend and what you're looking at next. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know what your next farm is. What are you going to be doing now that you finished your Galactic Legend in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And I hope you have a great day, everybody. I love y'all. You're all wonderful people out there. I don't care what E-Man says about you. I'll talk to you soon. Always remember, Nooch too good.